My name is Deshaun Walker, and I've been in the industry for a little
I'm
over
here.
11 years now. Actually, last month was my 11th
Hey,
year
make
I'm
sure
good.
everybody
in the
mute
What's
their
industry.
going
phone,
on?
guys.
Okay, so
Everybody
Yeah.
mute their phone. Mute your phones, guys. Mute your phones.
so what I did is I already muted them. So what we're going to do here is put people in a predicament where they can take charge. You know, we're going to put you in a predicament where you don't have to beg anybody for anything. See, some people are going to take advantage of this life crisis, and we know, man, my heart goes out to the families. My heart goes out to the people that, you know, lost their loved ones or maybe sick right now. My heart goes out to everyone. But I know sitting in my home, I can only get emotional. I know that I can get to a point where, and as a human being, I can just sit there and get all emotional about the feeling. But that's also going to have me also stressed out and spreading the negativity. See, I wanted to take a different march. See, I want my last name to stand for something. I believe in this time I can help people. I believe in this time that I can actually not just reach my hand and give someone something, but I can give someone a skill. So I can give a skill that will keep on giving. See, we're not here to waste your time. My time is so precious. You know, I got a 5-month-old little daughter, and she means the world to me. So when I'm doing something, I do it for future. I do it for the intention of getting things done and being as most effective as I can in any situation. See, I'm an opportunist. Some people look at an opportunity and they try to talk themselves out of it. Many of you might be on this call right now, have asked the questions to talk yourself out of it. See, just because you don't understand something doesn't mean it's not for you. So many times I hear people say, you know, that's not for me. That's not my thing. Can I share something with you? The people who say that to me and say that's not my thing, it's usually, and I'm not trying to call anybody out, but it's just statistically proven that most of them don't have a bank account where they can provide for their family the way they want to, not the way they need to. See, there's a difference between need and there's a difference between want. We can always get what we need, but we know that that's not a satisfactory feeling because that means you're not giving anyone else anything. If you only have what you need, how are you sharing? How are you caring? If we only think about self, how are we going to put people in different predicaments? So I tell you this, I took this with honor, and the person I got coming up behind me, like I tell you guys, like I said, I've been in the game for 11 years. I've met some millionaires. I met people who make 300,000 a month. I met people who buy, $2 million houses cash. I've been around some super people in my lifetime. But I can tell you something, a lot of them didn't have the heart as this gentleman that's coming behind me. See, that's the difference. It's having something done with your intention. You know that that person can stand behind you and that person mean what they say. I tested it. I tested it. I tell you, I got into this game and I was probably more scared than most of you on this call. I'm an 11-year vet. I've built teams all around the world. In my last previous company, I put people and I had over 33 diamonds and above. So that's 33 people at a 6-figure yearly income. And they all started with a 599 investment. So, and this was around the world in 67 different countries. So I'm not just getting on this call saying, hey, just follow us because we don't know where we're going. So now I don't know anything about stocks. I don't know anything about trading. But the one thing I know is I know who I am. I know my determination. I know if you put something in front of me, I have no choice but to learn it. I know that the next person who is just as good at something, if I put the time in, and I might not do it as fast as them, but I know one day, if I try and keep being persistent and consistent and having an intention of getting my job done. See, that's my biggest thing. When Coach Kevin called me and he got me on the line, the first thing he asked me was, hey, are you ready? Most of you, we ask that right now. Most people in the United States, you ask them if they're ready. The first thing is that they're going to say, yeah, because most people want to feel like someone. We want to be part of something. We want to feel like we're not being left behind in any way. We want to feel like we are the elite. But the difference becoming saying that you're ready or saying that you're ready for something or saying that you're all in. See, there's tasks that go with that. There's people we can sit down and say that we're all in. And then the moment we hang up the phone, from telling that person that we're all in, and we do exactly what people do when they're all out. I tell you guys something. I just want to share something with you from the bottom of my heart. I've seen a lot of comp plans. I've been offered positions in probably about 50 different companies to be flown around in different situations from all over the world, different companies that start up in Europe. And I've never, in my 11-year career, has seen such a simple comp plan. Now, I'm not saying from just, the MLM word. And I want to talk about that for a minute as well. Don't be afraid to tell somebody you're a multi-level marketing. Don't be afraid to say to somebody that you're a network marketer. It's a profession. See, I make doctor money. And any company that I've been in with doctors going to school for 8 years and having $400,000 in debt, there was opportunities that I made more than them, more consistent, and a residual income, So I was making the doctor's salary residually. So I want to say the power of that is amazing. It's like you can't even begin to understand the power of this industry and this profession until you really grasp it and be part of it. See, I know one thing. A lot of people in this lifetime, they'll work a job and they'll switch jobs and they'll switch another job. And some people will get a degree and they might change their field. But there's something that never turns off. And that's the dream inside of us. The fact that we want our family in a different predicament. The fact that we want to do something different for, your loved ones. If you can just help them in any kind of way, send them on a trip because you love them, because they might have helped you at one point in time. So I want you guys to understand that we are focused and we're serious. And the leadership that's set up for us, that's leading us, that the leadership that we put up together these calls, man, these people are so focused and driven about helping other people. You have no idea the conversations. You have no idea the type of people that want you to win, because we can't win. Now, when I say this, I don't mean you as an individual with your name, but the only way we can win is through people. It's by helping people and lifting them up. See, as a leader, we have to go for it. We have to go first sometimes. We have to be the one to take the first sacrifice. We have to be the one to carry the torch. But at the end of the day, we only as good as our team. We only as good as you can be. We only make as much money as we can help you make. See, the thing is a compound, it's a family. And you guys don't understand, and network marketing is the only system set up that way. Let me explain to you. I'll tell you a story, and I'm gonna bring the next person on. But someone told me that this is the pyramid. Let's have a conversation about the pyramid. I love when they say it's the pyramid, and I asked them. I said, well, that's kind of funny that I'm really enjoying my pyramid a lot. My pyramid and where I am, I've helped countless others grow. I've helped them become different people. I've helped them get out of their shyness. I helped them get out of their stinking thinking. The thoughts that they have to have them in their predicament in their life, it's actually their fault. It's not society. It's not the government. It's not any of that stuff that we tell ourselves. It's none of that. You know what it is? It's ourself. It's our fears. It's not stepping across that line and meaning what we say when we say we do it. This is something you can grasp. And network marketing makes the most self-made millionaires than any other industry, even real estate. I'm gonna give you an idea. If someone gives you $100 grand and you put that in real estate and you make money from that, you're not self-made. Yes, you created it from that point, but someone gave you your start. Here in my industry, you start from the bottom. So I flip my triangle over. That pyramid that they talk about, that lovely thing. And I said, we know what's so funny about that? What end of the pyramid are you on? Because the pyramid I'm on, there's a lot more room. When I flip it upside down, and I start the point at the bottom, there's a lot more room at the top. It's wide. I create CEOs. I create CEO-minded people. I create many business owners that they have their own international business, that they can do business in any country that's open. That's what I create. Your education and your system teaches them only one skill, and that's how to work for someone else that has a dream. That's all your education does. It's like a receipt nowadays. Now, I'm not down on education. I'm not. I'm just up on opportunity. Because if the same cycle keeps happening where people are relying on their jobs and relying on the education they got, it's not providing them what they need long-term for the future. The only way you can build a future of a financial income is find leverage, a leverage business, a network marketing business. You guys pay $99 to have millionaire education. So I'm going to get off this call and I want to bring somebody on that I honor. I mean, this man's been on a beck and call every time I called him. Every time I reached out to him, if he was busy, he called me right back. You know how that can be. Sometimes people don't call you right back. This man has been there for me. I dedicate myself to him. I'm one of his knights. And I tell you this, I'm also one of his legends. And we're going to take this to the top. And the only way I can become a legend is that I help some people become kings and queens, that I help some people become princesses and duchesses and dukes. That's the only way we can get there is through helping you guys. So the man that I'm bringing, he's not only a man, I call him a myth. This man has done some things that are unbelievable to life. I mean, his network ability, I'm gonna say this right now. I'm gonna say this. This man makes his whole idea is to make $10,000 a day, and I've been seeing him making it happen on the trading side. So are we following the right people? Yes, we are. I tell you that. So I'm gonna bring Coach K to the line. And Coach K, I tell you, man, I honor you. I believe in you. I dedicate my time to you. I'm ready to get it with you. I'm one of your soldiers. I'm not just saying I'm all in. I'm here with you to the end. Let's take this thing to 5,000, my friend. So I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Coach K. It's on you, my friend.
What's up, guys? I'm going to turn this video on for a second. Just let you know, this is how network marketing we get down, baby. We out here in a hot tub. Look, I got all you guys up on the big screen out here tonight. We celebrate making things happen, guys. But listen, I just want to pause a second and give it back to Deshaun, because Deshaun, when we reached out to each other and we talked through some acquaintances and other people, we were wanting to really, it wasn't a 5-minute conversation. This conversation actually led into where we want to build a culture this time. We want to actually build a culture where we can actually bring people to the top instead of just telling them that they're going to make it to the top. So that's a difference with this company and the culture that we're putting together. I got a few special guests on the line tonight as well. I'm going to let them talk in a minute. But guys, I've been in the network marketing industry for about 15 years now. I've flown all around this world, built teams of thousands of people. Like I said, I stutter my way to success, right? You guys might catch on to that I have a stuttering problem sometimes, but I stutter my way to success. And I'm honored to say that, because guys, I don't have a college degree. I barely finished high school. And I'm out here. I'm the average person like you, man. I'm the average person like you that just wanted it and never gave up, guys. And I see it. I'm looking here at this TV screen right here, out here right now, and I'm looking at all these beautiful faces and people. I'm so honored to be able to call myself a coach, because the coach is always the one that's showing up first, always making sure the locker room is clean, making sure the locker room is open, making sure the field is ready, making sure that the water boy has everything that they need to hydrate the players. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I got my name Coach K. And I respect, let me tell you something, guys. I thank God I did not give up on network marketing 15 years ago when I first got started. Thank God, because we wouldn't be on this call today. Thank God 3.5 years ago when I saw all these charts and all these candlesticks and all this stuff that looked like a heart monitor. Thank God I didn't say, Coach, or Kevin, you're too weak, man. You can't do this. You can't build this thing. You barely finished high school. Your weakest subject was math. You don't know how to read charts. You don't know how. I thought it was a heart monitor at first, guys. Come on. And thank God I didn't quit. Thank God I decided I wanted to lose all the money that I lost at first learning this skill. And I promise you guys, once you learn this skill and what we're doing here, can't nobody take this skill from you guys. Let me tell you something. It's an honor to be able to stand here in front of you tonight and say, no one can take this skill set from you. You don't have to recruit a soul, or you don't have to sell any products the rest of your life if you learn the skill here, because the average person makes $100 a day or less after taxes. Here, within a few minutes, we can show you how to make $100. Guys, that's how powerful this is. That's $400 a month extra. At $100 a week, guys, we can take you and get people people see the world's so messed up. Me and Deshaun was talking about goals and sacrifice and what you have to do to sacrifice, and we all make so many excuses for the craziest stuff, and then I see parents out here paying for kids' cell phones and getting their cars repoed. It don't make any sense to me. But what does make sense to me is we all have this one word, and it's so valid in life. It's called time. We all have 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, all 365 days a year. We all have time. We just make so many excuses. You got to start solving your excuses. Write that down. I want you to solve your excuses. Figure out when you're getting ready to say, oh, well, I don't feel like jumping on this call tonight, or I don't feel like doing this, or because I didn't get anybody invited in time. Stop doing that. Send this thing out to as many people as you can. Talk to many people as you can. Use 3 ways. I bet you I've been on the phone 40 times today, and probably most of it was from Deshaun's team. David calling me, talking with Trevor, and hey, Trevor's a police officer out in Seattle, right? He makes the time. He's in a squad car. He's calling me, hey, coach, what can I do? How can I do? Listen, you got to take time. You got to take time. It does not matter, because if you don't take time now, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to find yourself in the same damn situation 6 months from now. And that's what you got to stop and think about and understand, that we're trying to build a culture. So tonight is the Coach's Corners call. We wanted to do this call. For you that showed up tonight on this call, you guys are the special ones. You are truly the special ones. The reason why is because you're on the first call to what we're getting ready to do. We're getting ready to go hardcore. Me and Deshaun made an agreement tomorrow night, starting at 10 p.m. Eastern time. 10 p.m. Eastern time. That's 7 a.m. Pacific time. We're going to do these calls 7 days a week, 7 days for the first week. Sunday through next Sunday, every night at 10 p.m. Eastern, we're going to show up and we're going to show out, and we're going to give you the call. The call is going to be a prospect call. We're going to go over the presentation. We're going to go over what our culture is here in this team. We're actually being picky and chosen to this team, guys, and to this offer, because listen, we want people. Now it's time in your life. We want people that are serious and not curious. We want serious people to take serious action to get serious results. See, if you do the work now, you work, then you get paid. You see what I'm saying? Then you work, you get paid. Then you work, you get paid. And then eventually one day, guys, in this career, in network marketing, you can get paid, and never have to work again. That is a true statement, guys, and I didn't believe that. But right now, people are out here trying to figure out this coronavirus, trying to figure out when they're going back to work, when their unemployment's going to kick in. Let me tell you something, guys. You better kick into gear tonight. You better be thankful. You better get on your knees when you get off of this call tonight and thank God and the Holy Spirit that you're on this call tonight, and that you're able to hear, breathe, and sleep what we're getting ready to share with you. We have some experienced people on this call tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We got the man and the myth and the legend himself. Josh is going to be on here. The Top Goddess Company guy's with us. He's coming on in here in a few minutes. He's going to come on here and tell you guys what our goals is with the company, what our dreams is here. How can we help you to get to the next level? See, that's what it's about. Helping. See, success breeds success. We have got to help you to get to the next level, or we don't get to the next level. Does that make sense? Come on, somebody. Hey, listen, I'm going to bring up somebody, and then I'm going to come back. I'm going to bring up somebody else. I'm going to come back. I'm going to bring up somebody else, because I want you guys to know tonight that we have some serious people on this call tonight. I got a man that's going to help. If anybody comes on in this group, no matter, listen to me, guys, no matter if you're in my downline, sideline, upline, different team, different leg, I got one gentleman here tonight that's going to help everybody. It don't matter. They're going to help you connect your MT4. They're going to help you do A, B, C, D, all the way to Z. And guys, we're gonna work this thing together. We're going to make sure there's some people that's going to learn slower than others and some that learn faster than others. But we're all learning and earning at the same time. Our number one goal, guys, is to bring in our first 3 people so we can get the products for free. That's our number one goal, right? Write that down. You want to bring in your first 3, you want to get that free. Okay? I'm going to turn this call over right now, and I know I'm going to be jumping all back and forth. I'm just really excited and the time that we have and all these people that are popping on. Deshaun, make sure you check your code there. A lot of people's messaging me trying to get on to the Zoom, and I guess you got to accept them to get them on here. But I'm going to turn this guys over to a guy named Josh Phelps. Josh Phelps, I met Josh about 3.5 years ago. He was in the company with me, and I didn't even know this, ladies and gentlemen. But he was in my downline in a previous company. And, my organization was so big, it was hard to keep up with all the messages and stuff. So over that time, guys, that 3.5 year period, you might be thinking now, well, Coach, if you couldn't keep up then, how you going to keep up now? Well, guys, we live and we learn. See, I got people in place now that will hold each other accountable. You see what I'm saying? So, guys, we got the best team ever right here. So I'm going to turn this thing over to Josh Phelps. He's from Atlanta, Georgia. He's from Alabama. He lives in Atlanta with his wife, his baby girl, and he's honored to be on here tonight. He didn't even question me, guys. This is the kind of leadership that you have right now. He didn't even question me. He didn't say, Coach, I can't do it tonight. I got to go eat. I'm eating some Chinese food right now. He didn't question that. You understand? He said, yes, Coach, I'm gonna be on there. He said, yes, Coach, I'll be on these other calls. He said, yes, Coach, I'm gonna be there for 90 days. We're getting ready to transition. We're making moves. We're bringing people over. We're gonna be helping people grow their teams, their organization. Guys, you're at the right place at the right time. Right now, I'm gonna give this call over to Josh Phelps. He's a master, guys, at recruiting. He's a master. He's kind of like a corporate role to our team. And we, like Deshaun said, we don't get this kind of bargains often, guys. We're working with the man at the top. There ain't no flam going on, no craziness going on. This is real talk. Josh has even reached out to my team already to help and assist individuals. That's what this call is about tonight. So, guys, I'm going to turn this over to Josh, and Josh is going to turn it back over to me. I got some more powerful people I want you to get in contact with. Know who's in the coaches corner. Know who's in the locker room. Because, guys, tomorrow night we're coming out with a bang. We're coming out with a boom. We're going to Dynasty. We're doing a Dynasty 5,000 run. Deshaun's going to explain what that means here at the end of this call. And guys, we're jacked out of our minds. So, Josh, if you're out there, brother, I'm going to mute myself and you take it away for a little bit, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, guys, listen, I am beyond excited about being on this call with you, Coach K. Deshaun. Listen, I have to let you know that I'm absolutely in love with what you guys are doing and what ability we have right now and the opportunity that we have at hand. Okay. Guys, I want to talk to you about several things tonight. And, he called me. I was eating dinner with my family. He said, will you be on this call? I said, absolutely. One thing that excites me more than anything is other people around me who are excited to impact people. And that's the true mission of what we're doing here. Coach K said, I'm working really, really closely with corporate, very, very closely, in fact. And a lot of what we're doing in this business right now is setting people up in such a place that people that have spent years and years and years in this industry, that have even created massive success, they're looking at this and they're saying, holy cow, look at what's available right now. Look at the opportunity that we have at hand. And what I want to encourage all of you tonight to do is to understand that you are in the best situation that you have ever been in. Okay? I come from a background of ministry and being in the banking industry for 8 years. My brother owns $1 billion credit card processing company, which I was the national sales director of before I understood how to trade in these markets and started creating a lot of success. But tonight, I'm not here to talk about myself. I'm here to talk about the mission, okay? What we have in front of us right now is a very, very focused mission, okay? I ask you, if you're taking notes, to make sure that you're writing down some of these things, but I need you guys to understand we are going to impact hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people with this opportunity for several reasons. Number one, it's affordable for the masses. We're living in a day and an age where people are struggling financially. Okay. You're talking 7 out of 10 people are living paycheck to paycheck. So something like this, teaching people how to multiply their money, teaching people how to create residual income, it puts people in a place that we have never been taught this type of information. We have never been given the education and real literacy when it comes to the financial world. And for me, going into the financial world, being in an elite circle, you could say, I want to make this very clear. I am passionate and overwhelmed with the opportunity that I have, not to rank up for me, but to help so many other people create real freedom. Okay. And that's the focus. If you will become other centered with this business, if you will become focused on what we can do for the masses, that's why the name of my organization is Empower the Masses, because that's precisely what we're here to do. Okay. And when you understand what you have in front of you, you can truly begin to become a master. You can truly become a person who not only is creating success for yourself, but creating success for other people. Okay. Give me a yes in the chat box if you are someone that's always desired to help people. But the facts are, you just didn't know how. Okay. From me going all around the world and preaching and telling people how amazing love is and that they're loved, etc. Right? The good news, I came to a place where good news wasn't enough for me. It had to be more than that. I had to be able to help people create absolute substance, something that's tangible, something that's real, something that has the ability to truly manifest the change that they desire. Because being hopeful is amazing. I want to say that. But being hopeful without having enough is not amazing. And that's the focus of this mission, is to help families, thousands and hundreds of thousands of people, get to a place where money is not a problem. And this is why it's so important right now that you plug in and you understand the mission that's at hand. I genuinely mean this with all of my heart. You are going to impact more people in the next 6 months, 12 months, 18 months than you have ever impacted in your entire life. Over the last 100 days, I joined this business December 22nd. Since December 22nd to today, over 5,500 people from over 60 countries have locked arms with me, and we have not gone and done any offline meetings yet. This is because of several things. Number one, the price is affordable. Number two, the results are real. If you aren't using the system that you're paying for, guys, you don't understand what you have in front of you. I've never seen this many people make this type of income online. I've never seen so many people create success that have never had a background in this market, have never traded before. And a lot of people that have traded before, they are creating more success now than they ever have, because the information here is more simple and, dare I say, a lot more valuable than companies out there that people are spending hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars a month for. Okay. What we have is unique. We're bringing the largest financial market at the most affordable price in this market. I need you to hear me. We're bringing the most value that I've seen provided in this industry at a $99 price point. And it gives everybody the ability to take your family to being in a different situation. You know, not here to talk about my rank, but literally in 60 something days hit $20,000 a month. But this is what's unique about that. In order for me to do that, I had over 500 people that were ranked on my team. Over 500 people making residual income. Now, that to me is what separates this from anything else. When you have something that is duplicatable, when you have something that is mission driven, it's not individual, narcissistic, ego driven, but it is team driven. It's other center driven. It's focused on the other. You can truly create success. I believe the battle that we've had for so long, fighting each other for money, has to come to an end. Like, imagine fighting over a loaf of bread or all sharing in a big feast. Would you agree with me that if everybody was feasting, we would have a lot more than everyone fighting? Okay? We're in a time right now that I would say this is one of the most important days in history to be alive. The internet has changed the game entirely. And what my passion is, and I hope that my passion begins to become your passion. Whatever it is that you're passionate about, I want that to become awakened inside of you. I want that to become alive inside of you, because finally you can actually do something in this world that's actually productive and powerful. So many of us lived our whole life, so we've never really been able to impact people. Maybe theoretically, but not practically. And that's what we have going on here. And that's what I'm fired up about. To be partnered with Deshaun, to be partnered with Coach K, all of you ladies and gentlemen on this call, guys, my heart is overwhelmed. This brings me to life. People spend their whole life just living, just existing. But what happens when you actually become obsessed with the mission that you're a part of? You're actually obsessed with the life that you're living. That's where you must come to. You must understand several things. Number one, you're worth so much more than you currently are making. You're worth so much more than your current experience. So the question is, how do we take what we're worth and what we desire to make and actually manifest that? Well, the first step is getting involved in the right situation where you actually have the wealth and ability and vehicle to help you get there. And I genuinely believe that Tradera is the best company in this industry. And I don't say that just because I'm involved in it. I'm not the fluff and BS guy. I'm really, really straightforward. If anything, it gets me in trouble because I'm so straightforward with people. And I see all of you tonight on this call, and I believe without a shadow of a doubt that you're here because you're ready to impact your life and other people. But it all starts with becoming absolutely obsessed with what you're doing. Realize that if you don't share this opportunity with other people, there are people that will never know about this. Imagine if no one ever shared Forex with you. So why is sharing this opportunity so important? Because it absolutely changes lives. It actually brings people to a place where they can live their dreams, have what they desire, and manifest everything they look to do. My wife has an autoimmune disorder. I have a 2-year-old baby girl, right? So we're in a situation that if we couldn't do what we did on the internet, it would be a lot harder for us to live the life that we live. When I was working in the banking industry as the national sales director, I had to give away so much of my time. When I found out my wife was pregnant with our baby girl, I walked away from the industry. I still do a lot in the processing world, but I walked away from my national sales director position, which in the most humble way I could say, it's a lot of income that I walked away from, but I was able to create even more than that online. And that's the power of the internet. What people are literally trying to climb their corporate ladder to make it up, we're doing this right here from our home. You got Coach K chilling in the hot tub right now, watching us all on his TV. Where else can you actually create freedom like that? Where else can it actually be all about the people and not all about the corporations? And that's what made me fall in love with what the owners are doing here with this company, which I told them, look, I'm all in with you guys. Whatever I can do to help, please let me know. And that's evolved into where I'm working directly with them on a very, very close basis and operating and helping as much of the team as I possibly can, whether they're on my team or not. Because for me, it's not just about my team. It's about the impact that we can have. And if you would become overwhelmed by the impact that you can actually make on people's life and you would commit to that, you'll be amazed at how blessings begin to manifest in your life. I'm not the person that says, just go pray and it'll happen. I don't believe that at all. I believe if you pray and you don't do anything, nothing will happen. What I'm convinced of for all of you tonight is that you have the ability to actually create what you desire. You have the opportunity right now to take everything that you've ever known, everything that you've ever done, and not say that it wasn't valuable, but to say that all of these lessons have led you to where you are right now. And I believe this is a pivotal moment for all of you. I believe this is going to be something that in the next 3 months, 6 months, and it may be even less than that, that you really begin to experience how insane this is. Okay. But this is going to wake you up to a whole nother level. The world that we're living in, there's not a lack of money, guys. There is more money in the world today that's ever existed on the planet. You have digital currencies, which is creating more and more wealth. Look at Bitcoin. How many millionaires were created off of Bitcoin? Look what's going on in our society today. And we have the ability to help people wake up to the right knowledge about money and help give them a vehicle that they can actually go and get the money that they're looking to get. Whether that's from multiplying your money in a $6 trillion a day market, or that's from creating a residual income. Okay. You guys have to understand. I want you to write this down. I'm at the right place at the right time. And this is the big key. I will not waste this moment. Say that right now. I want you to write that down. I'm at the right place at the right time, and I will not waste this moment. Because this moment will not only change your life, this moment will help people that you've desired to help for so long. And what's even crazier than anything is it will lead you to a place where you're helping people that you never knew. right? I remember doing ministry and traveling all around the world, going into different countries all across the world, from Asia, Europe, Africa, you name it. And I remember what I felt in that moment, and I thought it was powerful. And now I'm looking at what I'm doing today, and I'm realizing this is 10 times powerful than anything I've ever accomplished in my life, because people are actually creating freedom. Hope without manifestation is pointless. I want to say that. Praying without doing is pointless. Living a life where you're not truly going all in is absolutely pointless. Here's the reality. Let's keep it 100. Every one of us on this call is going to die at some point. The question is, what did we do with our life? I'll be damned, and I hope that's okay to say, I'll be damned if I spend my whole life and I get to my deathbed only to say, I wish I would have. Listen to me. Don't wish you would have. Let's take massive action today. Let's really begin to create the freedom we're looking for, because you're following the right people. Deshaun, Coach K, guys, myself, you are in my power leg, but that means nothing to me. You know what means something to me? A powerful organization, a powerful group of people who are empowering other people. Okay? I don't care what leg you're on. I don't care where you're at. All I care is that you're here with us, and we're impacting people and empowering people all across the world. So I want to let you guys know that I am excited to be partnered with you. Anything I can do to help the team, I'm always here. I work a lot more than I sleep because I'm obsessed with what I'm doing. Do I have to? No. Could I live comfortable right now and not answer most people's phone calls? Yeah. But would I be able to have the impact that I desire? Absolutely not. Would I gain the respect of the entire organization and company? Absolutely not. It's the ones who are willing to sacrifice it all that get it all. And by sacrifice it all, I don't mean blow it all. I mean practical steps that truly require sacrifice from things that you love right now to truly get where you want to go. Deshaun didn't create success overnight in this industry. He had to learn. A lot of you are going to do what took us years to do in a very short amount of time. And I'm excited for you. I'm proud of you. And I'm looking forward to celebrating you, knocking out these ranks, knocking out whatever money you're making in the markets. Guys, I don't just want 6-figure builders. I want 6- and 7-figure traders. I want people to make more money in the markets than they've ever made in their life working a job outside of the residual income. And then what I want them to do is make their annual income monthly in this business on the residual side. That's where we're at. Okay. So I'm excited to be here. I am looking forward to celebrating all of you. And I'm here to tell you right now that this is a company that's going to be around for a long time. We saw the issues that they had to resolve this week with the holding tank, with the rank analysis, and they got all of that done. If you're not familiar with the internet, there can be technical difficulties. Okay. And I'm so thankful for how they handled this situation. And I'm excited to know that this was caused due to the organizations tripling in a matter of 3 weeks. This business is rapidly growing like this. And the reason why is because real people are having real results, and we have a culture that is sustainable. Listen to me. We have a culture that is unlike anything I've ever seen in this industry, where everybody winning is the focal point. It's not about leaders hitting their ranks. It's about the whole organization hitting their ranks. It's not about a couple people making money in the markets. It's about everyone making money in the markets. So this is a team-driven organization. This is a company that's here for a very, very, very long time. And I'll let you know that I'll do everything in my power to make sure that all of you are always taken care of. Okay. So Coach K, Deshaun, I just want to say thank you guys so much for hosting this call, adding massive value to the organization, and asking me to be a part of this. It's an honor for me. I never take it lightly, guys. This is an absolute honor for me to be able to impact people that I never would have met without these guys bringing the people here. And that's how it's going to feel for you. The more that we grow this and the more people that get involved in your business. This month is going to be the most explosive business experience you've ever seen. Your business will grow so much this month if you take the practical steps, if you plug in. If you're not plugging in, you shouldn't expect to get paid out. You don't put the time in, you don't put the money in, you don't put the energy in, you don't put the experience, right? You don't achieve that experience, it's never going to happen, guys. But now is your time, and I'm excited to be partnered with you. Okay. So, Coach K, thank you so much for inviting me on this call. Deshaun, I have so much respect for you guys, like massive, massive, massive respect. If y'all have anything specifically that y'all want me to answer or cover, I'll be glad to do that. But other than that, Coach K, it's back over to you. Thank you so much for bringing me on this call. And guys, it is time to explode this thing through the roof. And I don't say that with any hype at all. I'm talking about explode this thing because there's never been a better opportunity that we've had our hands on to bless the masses. Okay. Much love to you guys. Coach K, back to you, brother.
I appreciate it, Josh. Can you hear me? Awesome, awesome. Hey man, hey guys, real quick, I'm not going to turn the video on. I'm going to allow this streaming on my TV. I'm trying to do a project here, record myself. So, but guys, man, what Josh is saying is all about the culture. What we're driving here, what we're bringing here. He told you guys what to say, what to write down. That's the kind of impact and empowerment that we want to put on your life every single day. We want this group and this team to be your family. We want this opportunity right here to be the last opportunity for you. We want this opportunity right here to be exponential growth for you. We want this opportunity to replace your income or to add income or to replace what you're doing because you don't like what you're doing at your job. There's so many people out there that's hurting right now. They can't even get up and I'm not even going to say that because they can get up. They just make the excuse not to get up. See, there's a lot of people out there that's like an egg. I like to use this example a lot. I like to say there's people out there that's like an apple, right? You got an apple, you drop a red apple, very beautiful red apple. As soon as you drop that apple, it starts to bruise, right? But eggs the same way. There's people out there that'll crack easy. So you drop an egg, the yolk runs out, they cry like a baby, they make up all these excuses, they can't get back up, they can't grow again. I want everybody to be a tennis ball. I want you to bounce back on every excuse that you have. I want you to bounce back 100 times. I want you to 100x your excuses and bounce back. I want you to start praying to God tonight when you get off this phone to help you, not to feed your excuses, but to feed your soul and energy to move forward. That's what this call's about. Real quick before I turn it back over to Deshaun, I know my buddy is on that hit the road with me. We did over 60,000 miles in 2017 and 18, went all over this world together. I just want him to come on. I want you guys to meet him face to face. You'll see him from time to time in this group. And Josh, I hope you can stay on for a few minutes here. And because I know Deshaun might have some questions for you for the group, but I just want to introduce my man J Rock, Jared Taylor from North Carolina, Raleigh, Durham area. He's a go getter. He knows how to hook your MT4s up. He knows about your brokers. He knows anything technical. He don't mind staying on the phone and spending time with you guys, spending time with you. He does get very, very busy, okay? But he don't mind taking the time on an individual basis or a small group basis to go over stuff, to how to start the 20 pip and dip. He's very good. He's been with me for 3.5 years. He's kind of my right hand man. He takes care of all the people personally. He's like my other brother from mother from brother, whatever. J Rock NC, however you want to know him. It's guys, we stutter our way to success. Remember this. But guys, I want to introduce you to this man real quick because he's going to be a powerful person in your life to help you to get started and answer questions and help you get this thing right. And I believe it's the right thing to do to show you guys other people that has had success like this guy here, and he's able to help you to get started. He didn't know about this stuff 3.5 years ago either. We were beating our heads up, driving down the road, trying to figure everything out. I'll let you. He's going to tell you, right? It's good to hear other testimonials. So, J Rock, if you're out there, unmute yourself, brother, and give these guys the little word for us here, and I appreciate you. I appreciate you, J Rock. Thank you so much, man. Guys, keep your lines muted if you don't mind. I appreciate that. I'm going to turn this back over to Deshaun. I know he's got a lot of words to say and encouraging thoughts, and maybe some questions you can ask Josh while everybody's on here, Deshaun, because I know you thinking questions like a hummingbird sings a song, baby. I know you fired up tonight. I know you ready to grind. And guys, I'm excited. We're going to talk about the Dynasty to 5,000 next. Your host, Deshaun, coming up. He's going to tell you tomorrow night, starting at 10 p.m. Eastern time. You better have your pen and pencil or you out and better know who to start following and who to start listening to, guys, because in the next 90 days, we're going to run for 5,000 people in this group. There's already big players coming on. I see my man Derek blowing me up, William blowing me up, all these people blowing me up. I mean, David, Trevor, all these guys, Deshaun, everybody's messaging me, Coach, can we get started? Can we do this meeting? Can we? Man, I tell you what, guys, we are here for you. We are excited. We are jacked out of our soul. Can you imagine 90 days from now? 90 days. Say if we were half wrong, 90 days, and we only hit 2,500 people in 90 days. That's half wrong. I know that's not going to happen, guys, because you don't know me yet, but just say if we was half wrong. Imagine where your organization could be. Imagine the people that you could be blessing and watching, not only that you blessing people, but watching the people be blessed that are under you and in your organization, and people that are winning and that you can call your family and friends. And guys, man, it's a joyful time. So I'm going to turn this back over to Deshaun. Deshaun, if you want to ask Josh any questions or whatever we need to do while he is still on here, or if you want to talk about whatever, brother, it's all you, man. I'm jacked out of my mind. Man, I'm getting ready to go under in this hot tub. Come on, somebody.
Well, first of all, I want to say thank you to everybody who's already in the call. I don't have much to say, a couple of questions, but what I want to say is that, I want you guys to understand that the leadership that we're putting together, we just getting started. I love being at the beginning of something. When you're at the beginning of something, you can only go up. When you have that inside of you and that intention to be part of something, and everybody got the right right mindset and the same vision, you can't lose because you're around people that refuse to lose. See, sometimes you might have a best friend that don't care to lose or not. They just brush it off and they brush it off and they brush it off, and you're supposed to brush it off, but don't get too used to that because you get conditionalized to losing. And I'm just not that person. Not saying that someone that doesn't win or they're a bad person. I'm just on this earth to win, because if I win, I can help others win. If I win, I can lead the way and I have the experience to win. So what I want to ask Josh is just, for him being on this call, which I think so much, man, he's such a blessing to this organization. And I want you guys to understand, Project 5,000 is not a joke. Like we're going to take care of those who take care of us. Like it's a business. We're a partnership. I want everyone to understand that this is not some little thing you're trying. Like, when you think about, if you go into something, you say, oh, I'm just going to try this little thing. You're going to represent like that same way to your people, your prospects. They can see it. They can smell it. The moment that you are shaky on an opportunity that you saying that can change your life, and you're saying, yeah, I'm just trying it out. Like, we got to sharpen up. Like, you are now even though you paid $99, if you treat it like a $99 business, it's going to pay you that way. See, to me, I spent $999,000. So that's what it's going to pay me, because that's the intention and the work ethic and the passion I'm going to put towards it. You have to have Josh on this call. This guy, we one of his biggest legs. He has no reason. And he's not a fluffy guy. I met Josh and we talked about like his heart is in the right place. So what I want to have Josh answer, the difference between other companies and what we have, because some of you might come on here and say, hey, I know other companies that do this. I know other programs that do this. I've seen something like this before. And I want Josh to really explain the difference, what we have, the 20 pips and dip. And I want to understand that what he's putting together is so special for this group. It's mind-blowing. And I don't think you guys understand. And I want to tell you something, share something else. Any company that you know of, Google or Amazon, or people who invested in the beginning, we all know what happens to those people, right? That takes that sacrifice. That's there in the beginning. They go through a little more sacrifice. They put a little more time in. They might be away from their family for a little short period of time. But those are the people we marvel over. Those are the people you watch on TV. Those are the people you look in the background and you never drive that car. You just always say how good that car looks. Or you never have that grass that just stand there by itself looking all lush and green that you wish your kids were walking across. Or you never have that neighborhood that you feel safe in, that you don't even have to lock your doors. Or you never have the type of room on the plane that you need because you're tall. The small things in life that makes a difference. To have fresh vegetables every day. The small things in life that all come from sacrifice. See, life is not given, it's deserved. So what I want to have them do is just tell the difference between what we have in any other company. We're not saying we're the only one. There's all types of toilet paper. There's all types of different types of candy, but they all make money in their own way. There's Pepsi and there's dark soda, there's light soda. What we're saying, we're coming with our own brand that might be something like something, but we're different in every way. So Josh, can you explain to them the difference with our signals and what you're building for us? Can you share that really quick?
Yeah, absolutely. And by the way, that's a phenomenal question. I think a lot of people actually have that question, and they've asked that question, especially if you've been involved with other companies or stuff before. I want to say there's several things that make this very, very unique. Number one, the average person is winning. Like, that's really one of the biggest things. The average person, not just the top leaders at the top of the company winning, but the average person winning. That's been one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen with this. People are actually making money copying and pasting. There's a lot of signal services out there. There's a lot of companies that offer, to copy and paste their traders. But so often we find that most people are losing, they're not winning. And if you just look at the record here, I mean, we got 8,000 pips since January net profit. Guys, 8,000 pips net profit. That's insane. Like, that is absolutely insane. And that's not with like crazy cryptocurrency pairs. This is just Forex pairs, and this is something that's been beautiful. I would say there's several things. Number one, people are having results. Number two, the price is affordable for everybody. I think it was Jared that was talking about it earlier. Like, in other companies, the price just continued to go up and up and up while the value continued to decrease and decrease and decrease. And the thing that you'll see here with our company is we have more stuff that we can actually charge a lot of money for. With the 20 pips an indicator, that was valued at $1,000 per person using it. And you know what we decided to do? To give it away to every single person on the team who is a client member, right? As long as you're paying $99 to be a part of this platform, we're going to give you this as an added bonus, okay? Another thing that's really big that separates this, let's talk about the comp plan for a minute. In most companies, one specifically that I know of, and several actually, where once you get your 3 original people, if they upgrade to IBO, you got to go get 3 more people personally, right? You got to have at least 2 to 3 active customers, okay? Not just personal referrals, but active customers with no IBO membership. And the thing that causes problems with that model is it doesn't allow you to truly help everybody the way that you desire. Because now every time that someone upgrades to IBO, you got to go replace that person. Rather than it being a situation where if that's your personal and they're paying the $99 membership cost, at that point, now we can help everybody else in the organization. Most companies that I've seen are very individual driven. It's always the superstar at the front that's getting recognized. It's never the majority of the people. And that specifically to me is what really makes this so different. The value is through the roof here compared to other companies. The price is the most affordable that I've seen. $99 to learn the skill set, like it's almost too crazy how affordable this is. Like, I remember when David, who is the top person in the company at the moment, slowly catching him, he's about to hit legend by tomorrow. But he personally called me and he said, listen, this is the one that we've all been looking for. And I was like, man, I've got that call before. And I said, look, send me over the information. I'll look at it. I have massive respect for you. I'll be glad to look at it. I started to dive deep into this and I said, dude, if this is anything like they're saying, We really have found the gold mine with this. There's a lot of Forex companies out there. But if you look at the statistics, 95% of people that trade in the Forex markets lose. I don't know about you guys, but 95% of the people here, dead gum sure isn't losing. It's actually much opposite than that. We're seeing like a 95% success rate trading. And that's because we actually have something that's able to be duplicated. We have a model that's been set up by two guys who are pure traders, successful traders. They don't care about the marketing stuff. They really don't. And I know that you may think, well, what do you mean? Their focus is results. Most companies, all they care about is the number of people that's in the company. And if you don't know that, you've never talked to the CEOs like I have, and probably like Coach K has and Deshaun has, they'll tell you. It's just about the numbers. With this, it's not just about the numbers, it's about the genuine impact that's made. And I would say that's really what just makes this thing just so beautiful compared to the different Forex companies out there. Same way Deshaun has been offered a lot of really nice situations to be a part of companies, so have I. And I walked away for several reasons. I didn't see the level of integrity that I see here. I didn't see the success rate for the average person that I see here. I didn't see the real results that were being promised and talked about that I see here that are actually happening. And I didn't see something that so many people with no experience, whether in the Forex market or building an organization, have come in and won in both. So, Deshaun, if there's anything specifically that you want me to cover, I really think that really summarizes it. And it just awakens us to such a place where we're like, dude, what we have, like, you guys don't understand how grateful I am every day. I've been involved with another two companies previously in the Forex market. And there were nights that I went to bed and I'm like, why am I doing this? Like, I really don't feel like I'm being able to create the change that I desire. And every night I lay down to go to bed, it's hard for me to sleep because of the results that people are having. Like, I'm looking in my inbox constantly and people are like, holy crap, I just hit the next rank. Dude, you won't believe it. I just made $100 today. I've never traded before. I just made $500 today. And that is what just drives me to go as hard as I can with this, because it's real people experiencing real success. And I don't know about you, but people winning, it fires me up. People get excited about sports teams. People get excited about concerts. I'm not saying don't get excited about that, but being able to actually impact people in a way that I never have before, that's what really causes me to live on a massive level. So, Deshaun, any other questions, brother, or anything specifically concerning that?
No, man, that was A1. I mean, I couldn't ask for a better answer. So, we're gonna go ahead and get ready to end this call, but I want to kind of end the call with this. You guys can hear me? I want to end the call with this. It's all about time and position in business. Everybody here in real estate, location, location, location. First movers advantage. I want to say that, you guys are on the call right now. You guys are the foundation. There's something about a strong foundation. When you build a strong foundation, see, that's what McDonald's has. They have a strong foundation with a system. When you follow our system, it leads predictable results. Our system saves everyone time and money. That's what that stands for. So I know you guys are saying you all in. I want you to look at your spouse, look at the person that's next to you, and let them know, honey, I'm going on a run. I'm going on a 90-day run because we're going to be in the house for 90 days anyway. I want to share something to you guys. Like, either you can go back to life the same way you came in this, right? Everyone's not going to perish from this situation. This is it's something that's going to happen. There's nothing. It's already been written. There's nothing we can do about it but wait it out. But one thing we do have a choice. What's in our hands is to make a decision to not come out of this the same person that we was when we came in it. You have that choice. You don't have to stay the person. Whatever your income is right now, make a decision. I'm changing it. When I come out of this, I'm not going back to work. You have to say that. I can't run it for you. I will do everything in my power. I won't sleep. I'll answer every phone call. Coach K met his match this time. I worked just as hard. Josh met his match this time. I beg people, please put me on a call with somebody. I'm ready. Because I know until I can get, the only way I can get to where I need to be is be a true servant. I'm put on this earth to serve. And that's why I always had success, because I was better at serving, not going breaking records. You know why I hit night in 3 days? Because I served other people and made sure they had theirs for free. See, the difference is when they say put the mask on yourself, yes, you have to be selfish when you start something. You have to block everybody out of your life and be selfish to start. But once you start, that begins a moment of selflessness. You're selfless. I don't care about my rank anymore. I know if I dig down and I pick people that are worth my time. I'm not saying that to say I'm better than anybody, but a lot of people love to waste people's time. And I'm just not that person. So if you're someone that want to go and make a change, I'm with you hand to hand. So here's what it is. We're calling all the dogs. We're calling all the warriors. We're talking about when we come out of this thing, when they release us, I want everyone on this call to be in a different predicament. I have all the names, and I'll text you personally if I'll get other people's names from if you're part of somebody else's team. This is the foundation that I want everyone to succeed. In the next 90 days, everyone on this call should have a vision of not making no less than $10,000 a month. No less. That should be your goal. Because let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen, for a lot of years, I've made over that as a residual income without getting out of bed. And I'm not saying that to impress you, but to press upon you. If I had fear, never walked into this industry, if I ever believed what all my other people said or my family taught me, I would have never been a leader. I would have never been a server like I really wanted to. And it put me in a predicament of making residual income. Go look up the word if you don't know what it means. That means doing something one time and getting paid over and over and over and over and over again. In some industries, they call it royalties. It's hard. 98% of Americans don't make not even a penny of residual income. You have a chance to, in a couple of days, if you take this serious, tomorrow morning, you should wake up, and every one of you that don't have your 3 and you're already past 72 hours, shame on you, because you're not being a server. You're not being a servant. You're not sharing something that you know is so great. You're letting fear stop you. Fear is not real. Fear is the evidence. Fear is evidence appearing, false evidence appearing real. Sorry. False evidence appearing real. It's not real. That phone call, that person is praying for someone to call them to give them something in their hand. So let's take this serious. Tomorrow, every one of you, put in the chat right now. If you don't have your 3, put your name in the chat and tell me how many you have so far since you got started. And now tomorrow is a day when we know everyone's home. Every one of you in the next 24 hours shall have your 3. And if we follow that mantra, every one of you will rank up overnight. So with that being said, I thank you, Josh. I thank you so much for your time. You're a blessed man. You have a good heart. You're a God-fearing man, which is #1 in my book. I'll follow you to the end of this world. And I tell you, Coach K, you got it. Let's take this to the next level. I'm behind you. You got a soldier this time. And with everybody on this call, I thank you so much. Have a very blessed night. Keep yourself
and invite for tomorrow night.
And invite like crazy, like your life depends on tomorrow night. Let's blow this up. We got 7 days in a row. And it's going to be stressful. Get your list out. 100-person list so you don't run out of names. I want every one of you to make 100-person list. Yep. Write them out tonight. And tomorrow, we're going to go and set the world on fire. And we're going to save some lives. So I thank you so much. God bless you. You guys have a wonderful night and keep on moving. Thank you.
Let's go.